Hi, Snuffy1812 here. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Tier 4 Premium French tank destroyer, the AMX-10 Pack 90, commonly referred to in this game as the Pack 90. This is a very fun premium to play. A lot of people will say it's overpowered, but they're usually the ones that don't own one and are on the receiving end of what you're doing to them with the gun on this. Today we're on the map The Narrows. It's a player versus player, 8 versus 8. Not full teams yet because this time of day there's not full teams on. So let's take a look and see how things go. Okay, so we've spawned on the map. Now I've looked at it and I see that we're 8 versus 8. And the map, basically there's one side of the map that has a lot of cover and concealment, and the other side of the map is very wide open for anybody to sit on top of the hill and snipe things coming in. So figure that the enemy is not going to be running up the 1, 2, 3 lines, but they are going to be running up the 8, 9 line area. So as soon as we start moving, I reposition.
Driver, crank it.
Affirmative.
Gunner, scan the target.
Affirmative.
Driver, move out.
At this point in time, you'll note that I'm repositioning. I'm doing this because, well, there's no cover and concealment for the enemy to advance, and their most likely line of advance is going to be on the 8-9 line. You can see all these things from surveying your map and do what is the best thing to do to help out your team. Okay, I'm rolling up a hardball here right at the beginning of the battle. This isn't a bad thing to do, but later on, after the enemy has picked out his positions, they're going to be looking on the map for places that are likely avenues of approach, and that will be homed and zeroed in on. So, early, good. Later on, don't do it. Okay, now I'm getting myself into a position here where I can get some shots. Can't quite shoot over that rock, so I'm repositioning around it.
Hostile target, marked.
That's a nice feature in this game. Commander lets you know that there is something that has been sighted that's within your range and alerts you. Now we just wait for him to pop out and we'll see what type of damage we can do. There he is.
Target hit.
And first blood of the day.
Hostile tank, marked.
Our scout tank is doing an excellent job getting lights on the enemy. And I'm just sitting here waiting for something to pop up. And it will shortly. And here he comes running back here looking for a spot to hide. So I pull back some to give him some cover. And there's a swing fire lit up. So I take a shot. And I took a second shot. Swing fire gone. And now there's a T-62 that I just put a hole in the side of him. The main disadvantage of those tank destroyers, the swing fires, and any of the other tank destroyers that launch ATGM's anti-tank guided missiles, they have to sit and keep you in their reticle to guide the missile in until it hits you. It's not a fire and forget. They have to sit there, which sometimes leaves them very exposed to fire, just as you saw there. Now I surveyed the map and saw that we have a character running over here into the middle of the map, and I'm going to do something dumb. Oops, one over the top of the hill. Back up, guys. Back up, back up. Now, this is really not what you want to do when you're in a player versus player environment. He pulls out in the middle of that open field. He gets shot once. Looks around, see his turret is looking at me, trying to find who shot him, and gets killed. If you're playing in player versus player, you always want to consider your cover and concealment. Are you going to be an open shot for somebody? Where can you get get behind to give you some cover? What can you use for concealment? I'm repositioning because our last opponent, and he is that guy that I shot earlier on in the match. And here he is. He's going to reveal himself right now by shooting at me. And I oblige by taking a shot back at him. Punched out some damage on him. Waiting for him to come out. And somebody else killed him. So, what we have now is our victory map. And now we're back in the garage and we're taking a look. As you can see, you can make an awful lot of money with a premium. I did second in a team with damage. Not too bad overall. And with a premium account and a premium tank, $147,000 going into the account. Good little money maker. This tank, if you ask me, is worth the time and the effort. So enjoy and take care out there.